Gang.
Figures online right now. He's built a
My
streaming
mic.
empire off of his charisma.
Not gonna lie, my mic is a little chopped. We got Blackie Speaks. You gonna see
Funny
what's
and
the
lively
word?
personality.
Oh, y'all see the title? There you go, there you go, there you go, there you go. Alright, cool, let's go.
But despite all the success, Kai's had his fair share of moments that landed him in hot water, from viral stunts gone wrong to public criticism and even run-ins with the law. In this video, we're going to break down some of the moments that's led to people turning on Cenat. Recently, Cenat made headlines for a moment that sparked a lot of debate online. It started with popular YouTuber Mr. Beast and another creator named Mark Rober, who had just launched Team Water, a $40 million fundraiser aimed at bringing clean, sustainable water to millions of people around the world. The idea was simple. Mr. Beast wanted to use their combined audiences to create awareness and raise donations for a good cause. As part of the launch, they gathered a bunch of creators into a group call. One of them was streamer Aiden Ross, and that's where things took a turn. During the call, Aiden Ross promised Mr. Beast that he would donate $400,000 if Kai matched the same amount. In other words, he basically put Kai on the spot in front of thousands of viewers.
4K, I'm in.
Yeah, like I said, that was Aiden's fault.
Lots.
Only through Monday, get up to 35% off on new
Gang, no promo. I don't know what 35% is not enough. 55 or 75 at least. But if y'all sponsoring me, 35 is enough. I ain't gonna lie. But I ain't gonna lie. That was Aiden's fault. That wasn't Cenat.
Wave of people pressuring Kai, saying that as someone who's clearly rich, there's no reason he shouldn't match the donation for such an important cause. Now, in the end, I don't actually know if Kai donated, but what I do know is he never said he was going to in the first place. It was Aiden who decided to speak on his behalf, which is where I think things got messy. I'm not a fan of trying to pressure someone into giving away money publicly, regardless of how much money they make. At the end of the day, he made that money, so let him spend it however he pleases. And to be fair, Kai has put his money towards good causes before.
Y'all, it's another day in Nigeria and another school to go.
In March 2024, the popular online streamer and YouTuber touched down in the African country of Nigeria for the first time, the most populous nation in Africa, home to over 200 million people and a rich cultural history. Kai documented his trip on YouTube, and during his visit to Lagos, the country's largest city, he stopped by the Makoko Children Development Foundation, school and orphanage, a place that provides free education and care for less privileged children. Not long after, he announced that he would be helping fund a brand new school for the community. To make it happen, Kai said he'd donate 20% of everything he made from a special month-long Twitch stream. Basically, he streamed every day for an entire month, and viewers could subscribe or donate during it. In his own words, "I visited Nigeria not too long ago, and I absolutely loved it. I say that to say this. For the next 30 days, while I'm streaming, 20% of all revenue will be going straight to the school that I'm still currently building for the kids of Makoko." By December 2024, Kai said the school was going to be done and that he planned to return soon to see it completed.
To the kids of Makoko, I will be back. I will be back. And when I'm back, the school is going to be done.
In a few months, it'll be a year since Kai made that pledge, and the questions have been piling up, and people are asking, what happened to the school? Was it a scam? Will it ever actually happen? Recently, the criticism started pouring in again. A few weeks ago, a clip posted on X by the account KickChamp went viral. The tweet claimed, "A YouTuber checked on a school Cenat promised to rebuild, only to find no progress as it struggles to pay expenses and faces shutdown." The clip came from a YouTube video made by a creator named Go With Ali, who visited Makoko, the same area where Kai promised to build a school. But here's the twist. The video had nothing to do with Kai at all. Still, it didn't matter. The tweet spread fast, and Kai found himself facing a fresh wave of criticism.
That's the thing, chat. What if that was like 2-3 years before Cenat even went there? You know what I'm saying? And he just had, you know what I'm saying? He just had, he had the footage. Come on, bro.
Some accuse him of making the promise for clout, while
People
others
can
claim
run
he
with
abandoned
it,
the
though,
school
you know?
project altogether. The most important thing to mention here is that
Because he
Kai
didn't
has
say
actually
nothing
not
about
abandoned the project
Cenat.
and is still in the
Oh,
works.
my fault. Let me bring it back. But he didn't say nothing about Cenat or like the school. He didn't mention none of that in the video. He just straight like was walking around. So, bro, that could have been like 2-3 years before Cenat went there, bro. Come on.
Still, it didn't matter. The tweet spread fast, and Kai found himself facing a fresh wave of criticism. Some accuse him of making the promise for clout, while others claimed he abandoned the school project altogether. The most important thing to mention here is that Kai has actually not abandoned the project and is still in the works. It's reportedly raised over $1 million so far, with a total estimated cost of over 2.4 million USD, roughly 3.9 billion Nigerian naira. He's also partnering with giants like Google and Amazon to make it happen. According to the timeline Kai shared, construction was projected to take away anywhere from 9 to 12 months, depending on when they officially started. That means the project could still be on schedule. Also, Kai has mentioned delays before, including one caused by a storm that hit Makoko and ruined some of the building materials, resulting in a financial setback for the project.
We built a school for the classrooms and stuff in Makoko, like over the river. But due to storm, a lot of it got messed up.
The thing is, I don't think most people actually realize how much goes into building something like this, and that's even more true in a place like Makoko where resources are limited, infrastructure can be challenging, and the process often moves slower than in major cities. You have to get official permission to build, check the land to make sure it's safe, design a school, find the right materials, hire people to do the work, and make sure everything follows both government rules and what the local community needs. And even when all of that is in place, projects like this can still hit unexpected roadblocks, bad weather, shipping delays, and let's not forget the bureaucracy that comes with it. It's not something you can just throw money at and have done in a few months. I think Kai might have been a little too ambitious, maybe not fully realizing just how much it would take to make something like this happen. In situations like this, I've I've always felt it's better to under-promise and over-deliver rather than, over-promise and risk falling short. Personally, I do believe the school will come to fruition. I don't see Kai walking away from a promise like this. I like to believe his heart is in the right place and that he genuinely wants to do good, especially because this wasn't something that was forced or pressured on him. It seems like he truly wants to do right by the kids in Makoko. Now let's talk about Streamer University, which is another big headline related to Kai. Kai got a lot of criticism for this one, and I've got some perspective on it. Now, for anyone who's never heard of it, Streamer University was an idea Kai Cenat came up with, something that essentially turned into part event, part reality show, and part content factory. The concept was simple. He brought together a huge group of creators together in one place, gave them all the tools they needed, and let the cameras capture every moment, the good, the bad, and the chaotic.
That was
Overall,
a
I'd say
nice
it ended up being a
idea,
success. Several smaller creators got their
Streamer
footing in the streamer world,
University,
and
that
have been
was
able
a
to keep
nice
building ever
idea.
since. But some of the criticism Kai faced was that Streamer University felt more like a reality show than an actual learning experience. Now, I wasn't there, so my perspective is limited, but I do know that Kai brought in, these professors to add value. And to be clear, they weren't actually like professors in the traditional sense. They were essentially other well-known streamers and creators sharing their own expertise. One of them was fellow streamer Agent, who ran a finance and content class that I think was generally helpful for the people who attended.
So the watch time
Agent
is
was
3.3 million.
actually
When you
like,
see when you see that number,
yeah.
the first question you should ask is, how do I get that number up to get people to watch longer videos? That's one strategy. Can you think of another strategy? Scum? Correct.
Yo,
Do
Agent
more,
was
higher
definitely
frequency.
helping
Part of strategy
people,
is
for
also
real.
uploading more. This is a clip channel.
Another criticism that Kai received was that there weren't any smaller creators there, that Kai only handpicked bigger names for the show. And from what I saw, that was not accurate at all. But I did notice a lot of people running with this narrative.
I just thinking us small creators are gonna have the ability or the chance to get inside of this university, bro. Like I already should have known that this was a sham and this shit's a lie. Whenever you started reviewing people who already got clout with their applications, bro, I should have already known that this shit was fake, bro. I should have already known. You feel me?
The whole point was networking and collaboration. Kai basically created a stage, put a mix of big and small streamers in the same place,
is that
turned the
a
cameras on, and
mosquito?
let moments happen. The bigger names were there to give the smaller creators more exposure, and it actually worked. A lot of the smaller streamers got discovered, built followings, and made a name for themselves just by putting themselves in the position. The way I view it, Kai didn't really
This
scam
right
anybody.
here
He gave
will
people a
be
platform,
just
and it was
in
up to them
case.
to use it. At the end of the day, you're not owed anything in this life. It's on you to, take the opportunity and make something of it. And for what it's worth, Streamer University was a great networking opportunity for the people who attended. We also have the Wale situation, which is an interesting one, and it ties directly into the hip-hop side of things. It's a moment that's made a lot of people question Kai and discredit him as it relates to hip-hop. During the BT Awards a few months ago, Kai was streaming inside the building when he ran into rapper Wale, a very popular rapper from Washington, D.C. At the time, Wale was walking towards Kai, playing Smash Bros.
What the
On his
hell?
Nintendo Switch. Kai walked up, said what's up, dapped him up, and kept it moving. It seemed like a harmless interaction, but later when Kai was back in his car reading the chat, he noticed people spamming Wale's name because of how well known he is in hip-hop. That's when Kai admitted that he had no clue who Wale was.
Wally. Oh my God, that was somebody crazy. Hey, the whole chat knows him.
Wale.
Wale, what he do?
Rap.
Oh, word.
Now, like a lot of people, I was very surprised to see that
That
Kai
was
Cenat
just
didn't know who
regular,
Wale
though.
was because, Wale is one of those rappers you're bound to come across at some point if you're tapped into into the hip-hop world and if you're as, online as Kai is, right? So I was really shocked to see him not recognize Wale, but to be fair,
You can
Bro, that
always
was just
count on
regular,
Sundays.
though, bro. You don't gotta know everybody, though. You know what I'm saying? That was just regular, bro. You don't gotta know who he is.
factor that plays into this. Kai's age, well, he was around 11 or 12 when Wale first really popped off, so I guess that does make sense. Still, Kai caught a lot of criticism over it. People were essentially saying, how is this guy even considered a platform or influence in hip-hop when he doesn't know who Wale is? The situation ended up spiraling a little further. Later on, Wale actually approached Kai while he was sitting next to Snoop Dogg and said the following.
That shit making me look crazy right now. Just so you know. What? That's making me look crazy. The exchange that we had in the hallway. Oh, my bad, bro. I mean, they're running with it, but we'll talk later.
Was Wale actually serious? Honestly, I didn't, think he was. It didn't really sound like he was. I mean, he even dapped up Kai afterwards, so I don't think, he was generally pressing him like a lot of people were saying about, Wale not knowing who Kai was, right? But just like most things with Kai, it still sparked a huge conversation online about whether he's really tapped into the culture he often interacts with, or if he's more of an outsider who just happens to be close to it, but not fully part of it. One moment that really adds fuel to that conversation was when Kai made some comments about Black Americans that rubbed a lot of people the wrong way.
It's black. You're black. You're just black.
And it wasn't just about what he said. It was about the fact that so much of his success has been built on and fueled by Black American culture. To a lot of people, this felt like a slap in the face, and it's one of the biggest reasons why so many people have started to turn on him. And then we have the Complex Hip Hop Media Power Ranking, and this is one of the clearest examples of what we just spoke about. Just a few weeks ago, Complex dropped their 2025 Hip Hop Media Power Ranking, their annual list spotlighting the most influential figures in rap coverage. And at number 1 was Kai Cenat. That alone went viral and sparked a whole debate: is Kai even a hip hop platform? And while he's not known for deep commentary on the music itself, he's built massive influence by consistently linking up with rappers and creating viral moments, from his famous interview with Nicki Minaj to the Ice
Yeah,
Spice
he's
mix
an
during her rise.
influence, though.
Over time, that's made him one of the most influential and most criticized figures in the space. Kai's become such a
Facts.
force that major labels actively push to get their artists on his stream, and it makes sense because with Kai, it's not your typical interview that most rappers hate doing anyway. It's casual, unfiltered, and entertaining. But that influence is exactly why some people have started questioning whether he's really a voice in hip hop or just a streamer who happens to be around the culture. And personally, I think this is more about people putting him on that pedestal rather than him.
Bro, he just chilling, bro. It's not like he's a hip hop bars and lyric breakdown and that type of gang. He just chilling. You know what I'm saying? Cardi might drop today, so he might react to it. Drake might drop today, let me react to it. Kendrick say he gonna drop a little single, so let me just, you know what I'm saying? It's not like he's super hip hop, super, so he can know like all the undergrounds and people that was famous a few years. Nah, bro, you don't gotta know everybody.
him, claiming it for himself, he's naturally leaned into hip hop because he's so
just
close to it. I
chilling,
mean, he
bro.
grew up on it.
He's just
and
a
his audience
regular
listens
nigga.
to the same artists that he connects with. Do I look at Kai Cenat as a media platform? Depends on how you look at it, but overall, no.
Nah,
Overall,
bro.
I see him as a streamer who happens to dabble in hip hop media, not the other way around. But regardless
Facts,
of how I
bro.
see him, plenty of people have questioned him. And one moment that really fueled that goes back to 2023. I think most of y'all probably remember the Union Square riot. Back in August 2023, Kai announced a giveaway in Union Square, Manhattan, promising PS5s and gift cards. What started as a hype meetup quickly spiraled out of control. Thousands showed up, chaos broke out, and the NYPD had to flood the area as people swarmed in nearby stores.
Police charge influencer Kai Cenat with inciting a riot and unlawful assembly. He avoided the spotlight while being released from custody.
That's
It made
not
mainstream
even
headlines, and
his
Kai was eventually
fault,
arrested
bro.
for inciting civil unrest, facing charges like first-degree rioting, inciting a riot, and unlawful assembly. In the end, the charges were eventually dropped, and Kai issued an apology and paid $57,000 in restitution. But the moment still left a permanent mark on his public image. I think the way he organized the Union Square event was absolutely horrible and honestly really dangerous, but I don't personally think he incited a riot. That's on the people who showed up and took it too
Yeah,
far.
and
I
pulled
personally
up
just don't
and
think that
did
Kai
it,
realized
yeah.
the full power and influence he has, or should I say he had at the time, which was 2 years ago. And yeah, he was popular back then, but now he's on a whole different level. Either way, it's one of those moments that will forever be tied to his name. And then fast forward to earlier this month, Kai was back in headlines once again. This time it involved fellow streamer and content creator Luke Dennis, who was arrested at a mall in San Antonio, Texas, while playing a game of hide and seek after hours with Kai. Y'all
That's
like,
crazy.
hide and
Yo,
seek?
this-
Really?
this
Apparently,
all
police
was
say security
recent,
guards told them to leave, but they refused when officers tried.
Gang, this is all recent footage, bro. You know what I'm saying? Even from here, like, it's not that, bro. I think it's been like a year or something since here. So, bro, it's recent. You know what I'm saying, bro? He been on the run, bro. Y'all trying to cancel Kai Cenat, gang? What's the word? What's up, my man Kai, gang?
There's like hide and seek? Really? Apparently, police say security guards told them to leave, but they refused. When officers tried to arrest Duke Dennis for criminal trespassing, he pulled a full-on Usain Bolt, which led to charges of trespassing and evading arrest. Videos from the scene shows Duke Dennis being taken into custody while Kai is spotted upstairs recording the whole thing. And I'm assuming that this game of a hide and seek was a part of, some kind of like content that they were recording, perhaps. Gotta be. Now, of course, Kai went viral for this one too, and about those mugshots floating around, I'm pretty confident
Why
that
is
Kai one
that-
was
is like
AI generated. Overall, I think Kai is gonna keep on rising. I mean, it doesn't look like he's
Duke
slowing down
look
anytime
like a
soon. But the
villain.
bigger picture here is that this is what comes with being
Duke
at the
on
top.
some
When you're
demon
operating
time.
at this level, every move you make gets amplified. The wins, the mistakes, and everything in between. The real question is, what is Kai gonna keep on doing with that spotlight that he has? I mean, at the end of the day, if he can keep channeling into something that's really important and something bigger than himself, like finishing that school in Makoko, he could shift the conversation from controversy to legacy. I hope that school gets done, not for Kai's sake, but for the kids who would benefit from it. Because if it does, it'll be one of those moments where the narrative turns from drama to something very positive. Only time will tell, but until then, Kai Cenat will keep on being Kai Cenat. Anyway, if you made it this far, drop a little like on this video.
Yeah, chat, y'all do the same, man. Y'all know it's the word. I'm gonna drop a little one, you know what I'm saying? Shout out Black Speaks, Blackie, I mean. But yeah, chat. I don't think it's cancelable. Cancelable? I don't know, gang. Y'all let me know in the comments, but I don't think so though. It's just, bro, he just chilling, gang. All of these was some petty stuff. Some stuff was kind of like, I feel like the Jinxie thing. Remember when he had like a little Clash Royale? I feel like that was the one that kind of made him a little, because he just walked out and started doing the IRL stream and stuff, and he's supposed to do like a little Clash Royale, or Clash of Clans type of stream. I don't know, bro, but that was worse than all of these. I feel like, bro. The school, bro, is not really his fault. I feel like, cause bro, you need all type of resources and authorizations and confirmations, and nah, bro, it's not all on him. It's not like he just can't build a school the next day, gang. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, y'all let me know though.